Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Nerdy Movie News Roundup, the show where we round up all of the latest news in the world of nerdy movies. For our first segment, which is trailer time, it's time for trailers. I'll get the theme song straight. Okay, don't even worry about it. We got an Eternals trailer. Look at Richard Madden there. He's very pretty, and he has laser eyes, which is what this trailer revealed. Yeah, the trailer, it was good. It was better than the first one, or at least it gave us more context than the first one. But the weird thing about it is that they say it's the final trailer, but this is only the second one that they've released. So that's weird to me. Like they'll usually do at least like 3 trailers. I'm wondering if they have to make like TV spots and stuff. So I would be surprised if this is all the footage that they decide to release as far as their advertising campaign goes. But at least as far as like proper trailers, this is probably going to be the last one, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so we got some more context as to what the Eternals is. So these are, I guess, they are these cosmic beings. They were sent here by someone. They don't specify who, but whoever sent them here commanded them to not get involved with human conflict unless deviants are involved somehow. And that's why they didn't help out with Thanos, was because Thanos isn't a deviant or whatever. So, but the deviants are now getting involved, so now they can get involved, the Eternals. And I guess the deviants are these weird like CGI alien things that looked really bad. And I guess those are the real threat that the Eternals must grapple with, not Thanos, but the weird CGI Steppenwolf guys. I don't know. It's still a little weird to me, the whole plot of this. I have faith that it'll be good because Chloe Zhao, it seems like they've given her more like creative freedom to do stuff. So I'm still hopeful that this is going to be like a good movie and like a different movie than anything Marvel has ever done. But these trailers aren't necessarily like yelling, yeah, this is going to be awesome to me. But I don't know. What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Next trailer that we're going to be talking about today, and our last trailer that we're going to be talking about today, Star Wars Visions. So this is basically an anthology series where Star Wars or Lucasfilm, they went to like a bunch of different anime studios and were like, here's Star Wars, go do whatever you want, which is cool. And unlike What If, these are all like different styles of animation and they're just straight up not canon. Like I think with like What If, they're like, it's kind of canon because of the multiverse. It could be canon, you know. Blah, blah. This is straight up just like, do whatever the hell you want. We don't care. None of this is canon to like the core Star Wars franchise. Water. So go crazy. And yeah, like this looks really cool. Like the style, all the different styles of animation look cool. Like the action, the way it's animated looks awesome. It just looks insane, and I'm totally down to watch this. I didn't really get any sense of what like the story is going to be for any of these episodes, but like as far as it being a visual feast, we are going to be getting well fed. So yeah, let me know what you think of that trailer. I think it looks really cool. Now we're going to get on to our first news story of the day. The Avatar: The Last Airbender Netflix series has been in development for a while now. You know, people got really upset because the original showrunners of the original animated show, they've left the project, and it kind of led people to believe that like, oh, they're going to mess it up like M. Night Shyamalan, the guy who made the first live-action movie. But today we do get a look at the cast. Now, this is them. The little kid on the left, his name is Gordon Cormier. He will be playing Aang. Now, the girl's name is Kiowentio. I believe that's just her full name. I don't think she has like a first and last name. She's going to be playing Katara. The guy next to her, Ian Ousley, is going to be playing Sokka. And the guy all the way on the right, Dallas Liu, he's going to be playing Zuko. Now, I haven't seen these guys like acting in anything. I haven't seen like any project that they're involved with, but just based off of looks alone, I mean, yeah, they look pretty good. Like you shave that kid's head. He's a little goober kid. He looks like he could be a good Aang. The girl, she could be Katara. You know, I see that. Now the guy that's playing Sokka, that's like perfect, at least look wise. Like, am I wrong? Like that guy looks like a perfect Sokka. And then yeah, the guy on the right, he kind of looks like royalty. Honestly, like I could totally see that guy playing a prince. So yeah, like I said, I haven't seen these guys performing in anything, but as far as the looks go, I think they look fine. I'm down to see what they do. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I know most people are probably like trepidatious about this live action show, but I will be keeping an open mind. Next story. Venom, Let There Be Carnage has, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, depending on who you are, it has been delayed. So this is coming from Variety. The Venom sequel, which has been delayed several times amid the pandemic, was set to open on September 24th in the US and will now premiere on October 15th. So, not a huge delay, but, you know, they're for whatever reasons, they thought moving it 2 weeks is going to help them from the pandemic. I mean, I guess the situation, this whole pandemic, seems like it changes very suddenly. Like, you know, 1 week, Fast and the Furious 9 can make a decent amount of money, and then, you know, like 2 weeks later, Black Widow is like flopping or whatever. So, and you know, I know that there's like the whole theatrically exclusive thing versus video on demand. Like, I know that all plays into it, but it can't be ignored that like this market is so volatile that even a Marvel movie isn't like a surefire box office win. So, yeah, I mean, well, I guess I can't blame Sony for wanting to play it safe and delay the movie a bit further along. So, yeah, if you were looking forward to this movie, sorry, not sorry, it's delayed, screw you. Next story. Okay. Now, on the show, we've been talking a lot about the whole Disney Scarlett Johansson lawsuit. Now, just to sort of catch up to speed if you somehow you don't know about this, basically, because of as a part of their contract with Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, and Disney, according to Scarlett Johansson, they had an agreement that Black Widow would have an exclusive theatrical release in theaters. That was an oxymoron, I apologize. And then according to Disney, the contract didn't say that that the movie would have an exclusive theatrical release, but rather a wide release. So, when Disney decided to put Black Widow in theaters and on Disney Plus at the same time, that created conflict between Scarlett Johansson and Disney, and it led to Scarlett Johansson suing them. And now we've gone into the nitty-gritty on the show. I am of the opinion that Scarlett Johansson does in fact have a case, that you know, as they understood it, that Black Widow would have an exclusive theatrical release. And we have an article here that kind of lends credence to my position. Okay, so this is coming from Variety. He also suggested, this is Bob Chapek, CEO of Disney, that when Disney has had to alter its release plans for movies, it has come up with ways to reward stars whose bonuses were tied to box office performance. That was a sticking point for Johansson, who claims the simultaneous release of Black Widow depressed ticket sales. But it was a conflict that Disney is believed to have avoided with the Jungle Cruise star Dwayne Johnson by changing his compensation structure when the film also bowed on the streaming service at the same time it debuted in theaters. So, what is this saying? What this is saying is that when it came to The Rock, Disney realized, oh wait, we're breaking our contract our contractual agreement with you by putting Jungle Cruise on Disney Plus and in theaters at the same time. Ah, Dwayne, of course we'll change your payment structure. Of course we'll do that. With Scarlett Johansson, on the other hand, Disney's like, screw you, get out of here. We're the big mouse house. Suck our dicks. And I mean, like, the fact that they did it with Dwayne Johnson, in my opinion, is basically Disney admitting that, yeah, no, they have no case here. They broke Scarlett Johansson's agreement. I mean, that's kind of how I see it. Now, it is possible that maybe, like, Dwayne Johnson and Scarlett Johansson's contracts are so different that it is more, like, obvious in Dwayne Johnson's contract that the movie needed to be theatrically exclusive, but, like, I doubt it. I would imagine that they have similar contracts if Dwayne Johnson was getting box office residuals like Scarlett Johansson was. So that's totally possible. But, I mean, come on. Like, they probably had similar contracts. Like, I would imagine that, that they're similar. I honestly, I think the way that Disney sees it is that Dwayne Johnson is, like, the world's biggest movie star. And I think they decided, yeah, no, we need to keep him happy. I think they saw, like, Scarlett Johansson and they were like, she's not as big of a star as The Rock, and this is our last MCU movie with her. Like, what's she gonna do? Is she gonna sue us? And that's exactly what she did. So yeah, we'll see how if future evidence rolls out. But my prediction at this point is that Disney knows that they don't have a case here, and they're gonna settle this out of court. They're going to give her, whatever money she wants so that it doesn't have to go into this long public process where at the end of it, they lose. That's my guess as to what's going to happen. And I will say another aspect of this whole situation, it just looks really bad optically for Disney. Like, it just does not look good for them when, Dwayne Johnson, a man, when his contract is getting messed with, Disney bends over backwards to make things right with him. But, with Scarlett Johansson, a woman, they're like, get out of here, you broad. Get out of here. And then they pull the shit that they did where, like, they tried to, like, damage her character by, like, releasing her salary so that people go, look at the rich white woman. The rich white woman wants her money. She wants more money, even though she already got $20 million. And, like, saying that she's, like, doesn't care about COVID or whatever. Like, just when you, like, the way that they treated Scarlett Johansson and Dwayne Johnson, like, it just does not look good for them at all. This is just a really bad look. Now, do I know that there's necessarily any misogynistic intentions here? Obviously not. I can't read their minds. It just looks really bad. So, yeah, that's that. We'll see if any more news comes out about that, but for now, let's move on to our next topic. Okay, so My Hero Academia is a show that I have never watched, nor did I know that they was getting a live action movie. And now that movie has a director. So this is coming from Variety. Renowned Japanese filmmaker Shinsuke Sato has signed on to direct a live action adaptation of My Hero Academia for Legendary Entertainment. I can't really speak to this because I haven't seen any of that guy's movies, nor have I seen the show. But it's cool that they have, like, a Japanese director directing this. I mean, not to say that, like, Japanese directors are inherently better than American directors, but, like, we've had a pretty bad track record with live action anime adaptations in Hollywood, so maybe a Japanese director will, like, better understand anime and sort of, like, the sort of nuances of the medium, and maybe he'll be able to better adapt them to live action. I don't know that that's actually going to be the case, but, it's it's you might as well try it. You know what I'm saying? Because we've had such bad luck that with anime adaptations that it's like at this point, yeah, maybe getting an actual Japanese guy will do something. I don't know. I don't even know if that's if that's a good point, but yeah, I don't know. I can't really speak much about this or to this because I'm not familiar with the property. But if you're a fan of My Hero Academia, let me know what you think about this news. Okay. Our next story has to do with Shang-Chi himself, Simu Liu. Now, Bob Chapek, aforementioned CEO of Disney, he said some comments that Mr. Liu was not a big fan of. So, it's coming from The Hollywood Reporter. Chapek made the remark during an earnings call Thursday while discussing the conglomerate's future plans for theatrical releases, calling Shang-Chi an interesting experiment for us, as the film only has a 45-day theatrical window. Shang-Chi, along with Free Guy, released Friday, will not be made available on Disney Plus Premier Access, despite the ongoing pandemic. And then this was Simu Liu's response. "We are not an experiment," he began. "We are the underdog, the underestimated. We are the ceiling breakers. We are the celebration of culture and joy that will persevere after an embattled year. We are the surprise. I'm fired the fuck up to make history on September 3rd. Join us." So, okay. Now, listen. You saw what I said about Bob Chapek and Disney in general when it came to the Scarlett Johansson and, and The Rock, that whole situation. So, obviously, I'm not a huge fan of the way these guys operate, and at least in that instance, like, I'm not necessarily, like, I'm totally down to, like, criticize them hard. But, like, we know what Bob Chapek was talking about. Like, he's not saying that, like, the movie itself is an experiment. It's the release strategy. Now, maybe he could have worded it better. And, like, he could have, like, also talked about, like, say that, like, yes, it is an experiment, but then also talk about how excited he is for the movie and, like, how excited he is to share this, like, all Asian cast, the first Asian superhero. Like, yeah, he probably could have, like, added a bit more on it that gave it more context. Maybe it sounded bad, but, like, we know what he meant. I don't know. I thought it was a bit of an overreaction, but, at least it, Simu, he's also like doing, like, press for his movie and doing the work to, like, get people excited about the movie. So I also get that aspect of it as well. So I don't know. People were making a big deal about it, but honestly, I didn't think much of Bob Chapek's statement. I don't know. I think people maybe overreacted a bit, but let me know what you think. Do you think his comments were really, really bad? And maybe I'm undermining it or something, but let me know. For now, we're going to move on to the next story. Anthony Mackie has officially been cast in Captain America 4. Now, we knew this project was in development, but I guess Anthony Mackie hadn't officially signed on until now. So this is coming from The Hollywood Reporter. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier star Anthony Mackie has been tapped to star in Disney/Marvel's Captain America 4. The Hollywood Reporter has confirmed. So yeah. I'm excited for a Captain America 4 starring Anthony Mackie. I was kind of expecting them to just continue doing, like, the TV show and, like, maybe change the name of it to Captain America and the Winter Soldier. But they're doing a full-on movie. Now, it has not been stated whether or not Bucky is going to be in this. I would imagine he will be. Or because I just, like, this is just a weird situation, like, do they do this movie as well as continue doing The Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Or does The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like, spin off into this trilogy where Bucky's also going to be involved? I don't know. Like, I'm just very interested to see how they're going to approach this. But yeah, I loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I know the guy who wrote that is also writing this movie. So, like, I'm really excited for this because, in my opinion, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is one of the best things that Marvel or that the MCU has done in years. So I'm totally down for this movie. in whatever, or I'm down as more Anthony Mackie as Captain America in whatever medium they choose to do it in. So for now, we'll have to move on to the next story. Fast 10 has a release date. Whoops. Oh gosh, I'm moving my stuff around. Okay. The Hollywood has come from the Hollywood Reporter. The penultimate film, the long-running Cars to Spies franchise, will hit theaters on April 7th, 2023. The Hollywood Reporter has confirmed. So, I mean, yeah, that's about a year and a half away or so. I'm excited for a Fast 10. Like, I know a lot of people thought that Fast 9 went like too ridiculous and it got like too cartoony. Obviously, yes, they went to space and that was ridiculous, but like even then, I don't think that the way all of the stunts were like executed were any more ridiculous than the last 5 or so movies. Like, I really don't think it was really all that more ridiculous. Like I remember I caught, like, right before I watched Fast 10, I caught up with Hobbs and Shaw. In that movie, The Rock jumps off of a skyscraper and, like, I guess lands on a couple of guys on his way down. But, like, he literally jumps out of a skyscraper and just, like, lands on the ground fine. Like, I'm sorry, but nothing in Fast 10 was, like, all that more ridiculous than that. It really wasn't. So, I don't know. People need to open their minds and, try and, just open your hearts and minds to the Fast and the Furious. Fast and Furious 9 specifically, because it was cinema. Martin Scorsese said so. So, I don't know. I'm excited for Fast 10. And yeah, next story. Okay, so this is going to be our last story of the day. And it has to do with Ironheart being in Wakanda forever. So it's coming from Variety. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige first revealed the news in an interview with comicbook.com while speaking about the upcoming Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. We're shooting Black Panther Wakanda Forever right now. The character of Riri Williams you will meet in Black Panther 2 first, he told comicbook.com. She started shooting, I think, this week before her Ironheart series. So yeah, we did not know about this. So Riri Williams, aka Ironheart, now, I don't know much about her character, or really anything about her character, I should say, but I know that in the comics, she's like a female Iron Man, or like, she's like the only person that has figured out how to make an Iron Man suit, or something like that, or I think she was like, or is it that she made like the most advanced Iron Man suit since Tony Stark? It's like something like that, because I don't know if like in the comics, like, I don't know if Iron Man technology is something that like only Tony Stark knows how to do, or exactly how it all works, but basically she's a female Iron Man, and in the MCU, she's gonna essentially be like the first person who's figured out how to make an Iron Man suit since Tony Stark has passed away. Something like that, but I don't know. She's getting a show on Disney Plus, but it turns out that before her show, she's gonna appear in Wakanda Forever. So like, is she gonna be a Wakandan? Or is Wakanda Forever gonna go outside of just Wakanda and also take place in like, like regular society or whatever? It's gonna be interesting to see. I like how the shows and the movies are just continuing to interconnect seamlessly. I think that's really cool, and it goes on to further I guess legitimize the shows, which is cool. So, yeah. But that is going to be it for this episode of Nerdy Movie News Roundup. It is the show where we round up all the news in the world of nerdy movies every week. Now, I don't know if you've been watching this show consistently, but you might have noticed that I record these on Thursdays. Now, I'm going to be switching that to Friday. I just started a new semester of university, and Fridays just work best for me. So the show's gonna be coming out on Fridays now. But yeah, so comment, like, subscribe, ring the bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video, and goodbye.